so this is my video about what wellness means to me. Wellness, as a definition, is an overarching, I wrote down, mental, physical, social, spiritual, occupational, emotional, and financial health that sort of indicates contentment with one's life. And I really think that wellness, as a term, is a work in progress. I was talking with a classmate who I won't name, who sort of brought up the idea that wellness is almost like the Buddha's enlightenment. It's something that's unattainable, but everybody strives for. And I kind of disagree. I think that wellness is, like I said, a work in progress. It's something that you're always striving for, and every little decision that you make affects a certain part of it. And it's important for everyone, and everyone can have wellness, and it's not perfect. It doesn't mean, being the best this or the most happy person. But it's more about feeling, like I said, content with what you have, and it might not be perfect, but it's good enough to the point where at the end of the day, you are happier with where how can I phrase this? More parts of the day have you being happy or content than sad and feeling, like you're not good enough. So I think that wellness is influenced by a lot of things. I definitely don't think it's just a personal, a personal feeling. I think it's influenced by parents, and at least for me, and society and medical professionals who tell you about your physical wellness and sometimes mental wellness. And your religion of choice, for example, probably influences your wellness, because if you have a monotheistic religion, right, your wellness might be connected to, I think about respecting God and living in God's image, and that might help my wellness because I might feel happier if I'm doing what the Bible says. Whereas if I am Buddhist, it might be more well, I have, meditated today and I'm feeling mindful, and that's helping me focus on the middle path. So I will say that I'm a little nervous about this course because growing up, my parents really emphasized physical, occupational, and financial wellness over mental, emotional, or social well-being or environmental. And it was sort of you need to keep your physical health in check, and you need to make sure that you are financially stable, but just push your emotions down. No one wants to hear them. They aren't important. And I don't subscribe to that mentality, but it's difficult when your whole life has been no, your emotions don't really have a place in this. My dad once said, I mentioned that a lot of my friends started doing therapy sessions when I got to about junior year, and my dad said, therapy, that's just a paid friend. Nobody needs therapy. It's stupid. And at the time, I kind of thought about going to see a therapist because all of my friends who went said it was amazing. They felt so much better. They were getting, ways of dealing with solving problems that they hadn't thought about on their own. And for my parents to just dismiss it sort of reiterated their, disbelief in emotional wellness, and it really gave me a closed-minded environment in which I grew up. So I'm hesitant about this course because I don't know much about wellness in a sense. I know that sounds ridiculous, wellness, it's a term, it's how well you're doing and all that, but I'm looking forward to learning about my personal wellness because I've always been taught to just push it down, ignore it. And I haven't had a bad childhood, fortunately. I haven't had a lot of emotional tolls on me, or my mental health is fine. But growing up in a house where wellness wasn't really as fully defined as we did in class today has affected my perception of myself and society. So I'm hoping to discover how to improve my wellness, because I said, it's something that's always, continually worked on, and everyone deserves to feel well overall. So yeah.